All right, guys. So we're doing a poem called The Pulley. Now, I'm really sure that we all know what a pulley is. Uh, we definitely have heard about this particular term a lot, I think, in science, especially in physics. So we all know that a pulley is an instrument that helps reduce human effort. Yes, Chaturvedi, please mute yourself. All right, here we go. Yeah, the meaning of the word pulley, we already know that it's a particular instrument you are trying to pull out something really heavy from uh, from the well. It's also used in a lot of other things, but this well is one really important place where it is used the most. But as far as the context of of the poem is concerned, the meaning of the word pulley is a little different. So before we start with the poem, we'll just read a bit about the poet. So the poet is George Herbert. He was a Welsh poet. Welsh means a person that belongs to a country called Wales. Okay, I'm sure आपने सुना रहेगा England and Wales. So Wales जो एक part है UK का, वहाँ के ये poet थे. He was a priest also by profession. So he was a priest in a church. Okay, he wrote religious poems with a lot of imagery and conceits. बहुत ज़्यादा imagery और conceits के साथ ये poem लिखते थे. The poem exhibits a strange but two-way relationship between God and his worshippers. So what he's trying to show here is that it's not just we who need God, God also needs us, right? Though he has showered or bestowed his worshipper with all his blessings, somewhere he holds them up with a pulley drawn to be grateful to him in all our endeavor, right? And all our endeavor is all our hard work and struggle. Okay. So, guys, that was the Welsh poet. He was priest by profession. This poem is about relationship between God and his worshippers. And here, what we learn is that, despite showering a lot of blessings on us, God holds some blessings up with a pulley. Okay. And why does he do it? He does it so that we humans can be grateful and thankful to him in all our struggles. So, that was George Herbert, who was born in the year 1593 and passed away in 1633. So did not live really a long life. Okay. So guys, we'll straight away go to the central idea of the poem. So guys, the central idea of the poem tells us about the creation of man and all the luxuries and the blessings showered on him by the creator, that is God. God showered on man all the riches he could find on earth, but withheld, that is, he held back the jewel of rest so that man would seek, would look for God when all the treasures bestowed on him would tire him out. The Pulley, written by George Herbert, a Welsh born poet, orator, and a priest of the Church of England, was published posthumously in 1633. His style of writing was metaphysical and theological. He wrote poetry in English, Latin, and Greek. The Pulley, which was written in the 17th century, is a metaphysical poem that examines the relationship between the creator and the creation, that is us humans. It helps us to understand how God relates to man and regulates his life. He begins the poem with the biblical story of the creation of man. With the biblical story, uh, this story of the creation of man has been taken from the Bible. Okay, so yeah, that is what he starts the poem with. He says that God provided man with everything he could crave for in his life. Jo chahiye wo sab kuch diya. His love further blessed man with strength, wisdom, beauty, honor, and pleasure, expecting man to worship him, that is God, who gives him everything. Perceiving that man would get greedy and worship nature and not the God of nature, wherein both would he be loses, both as in God and the human. God withheld the treasure rest, which would pull man, that is his creation, to God, that is the creator. Just like a pulley, just like a pulley lifts up a heavy object to the desired place. In other words, he makes man dependent on him for survival, and man understands that without God, man is nothing. So, guys, what is pulley over here? Pulley kya hai yahan par? So, guys, pulley is the treasure of rest. You can write this. The pulley, as per the poem, is a treasure of rest. Peace, जिसको हम बोलते हैं, rest or peace. All right. So that is what it is. We will move on. The poem ends with God having the last say, because there would come a time when all the riches in the world would also not give man satisfaction, and he would be filled with an emptiness. It is the restlessness, weariness, that is tiredness, which would pull him towards God, the giver of all, and man would find everlasting peace, just like a restless, unhappy child wanting to be hugged, flinging itself into its father's arms. So, guys, we will now start with the poem. All right, everyone. When God at first made man, having a glass of blessing standing by, let us, said he, pour on him all we can. Let the world's riches, which dispersed lie, contract into a span. So I'll tell you what this stanza tells us. This stanza tells us that when God had first made man, so in the Bible, the first lesson is that of how God created man. So when God had first made man, he had a glass of blessings that stood by. तो God के हाथ में एक glass of blessings था जो उनके साथ था, and he told himself, let me pour all these blessings on my creation. जो भी मेरे पास ब्लेसिंग्स हैं, ये ग्लास ऑफ ब्लेसिंग्स पे मैं सब के सब डाल देता हूँ मेरे इस क्रिएशन पे, जो भी मैं दे सकता हूँ सब दे दूंगा. और इसके अंदर क्या क्या था, ये जो ग्लास ऑफ ब्लेसिंग्स थी उसके अंदर क्या क्या था, लेट अस सी. ही आल्सो सेज लेट द वर्ल्ड्स रिचेस. रिचेस का मतलब इज वेल्थ, valuables. Please write the meaning, everyone. Riches means wealth or valuables. He says, let the world's valuables, let the world's riches, दुनिया की जो भी बहुत ज़्यादा wealthy चीजें हैं, which dispersed lie. Dispersed का मतलब होता है scattered. जो दुनिया में फैली हुई हैं, जो spread हैं, जो एक जगह पर नहीं हैं. He says, let me contract into a span. Contract as in collect together. Contract matlab collect together, bring it together into a span. Span means a small space. So what God is telling us in the first stanza is that when he created man first, God had a glass of blessings beside him. He told himself that he will bless his creation with everything that he can. He wanted to bless his creation with all the wealth that was scattered around in his universe that he created. And he thought, I will collect all of that wealth and I will put it into one small space and pour it all on him. That is the meaning of the first stanza. Let us go to the next one. So, strength first made a way. Guys, I want everyone to write this. Okay, so I wanted to make a list of the things, of the blessings that God pours on the man. So, the list of blessings may, the first blessing that he pours on man is strength, takat. Now, this strength is not just the physical takat. This strength is the mental and the emotional and the intellectual strength, every kind of strength that we humans possibly have. So he says, so strength first made a way. सबसे पहले वो जो glass of blessings जब pour किया हमारे पे, तो strength डाली गई हमारे ऊपर, and that's how we became strong, physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, whatever you call it, in any way, we became strong. Then beauty flowed. Then he made us beautiful, guys. I am very sure. Now, see, God has created, or see, now this is why I will just mention this note. I think I should have said, or you should have given this disclaimer before we started. So, see, we are two types of people. One who believe that everything was created by God, and the second who believe that no, it was energy and science created everything automatically. Whatever it is, you have to understand. For some people, it is God. For some people, it is energy, right? So, when God or when energy poured its first blessing, it was strength. Now, why am I mentioning God here? Because that is what the poet is trying to say. That is what poet believes in. He was a priest, so he definitely believes in God. And then he says, beauty flowed. Guys, I believe, मैं ऐसा समझता हूँ कि इंसान का जो मैकेनिज्म है ना बॉडी का, उससे ज्यादा खूबसूरत मैकेनिज्म किसी भी और क्रीचर का नहीं है. भगवान ने हमको इतना पावरफुल बनाया कि आज हम इतने सारे एनिमल से छोटे हैं, लेकिन हम फिर भी उन्हें कंट्रोल कर लेते हैं. सही बोल रहा हूँ कि नहीं? जैसे कि वो एलिफेंट को देख लो, वो एलिफेंट जो प्रेग्नेंट थी केरला में, वो इंसानों के पास खाना मांगने आई, जबकि वो इतनी बड़ी है, वो चाहे तो हमको उठा के फेंक दे और हमारा सब कुछ खा ले, पर वो बेचारी फिर भी हमारे पास आई. हम इतने से छोटे से, हमने क्या किया? जो भी हमने किया आप जानते हैं. बट गॉड मेड अस रियली इंटेलिजेंट. ब्यूटी फ्लोड. देन विजडम. विजडम इज इंटेलेक्ट, समझदारी, समझ. Honor, that is respect. Pleasure, that is happiness. So, guys, what are the things that God poured? So, God started with strength, beauty, wisdom, honor, pleasure, happiness. When almost all was out, God made a stay. When almost all was put, सब कुछ अपने पे almost डाल दिया, थोड़ा कुछ बाकी था. God made a stay. God stopped. Let us see why. Perceiving that alone of all his treasures, rest in the bottom lay. Perceiving का मतलब we'll understand. The word perceiving means noticing or becoming aware of or becoming conscious of. Perceiving means noticing, observing, becoming conscious of, becoming aware of. He suddenly got aware of that one thing of all the treasures. एक चीज जो उसके treasures की सबसे ज्यादा important चीज है, that is rest in the bottom lay. So guys, your rest is a homograph. Now what is a homograph? होमो मीन्स सेम, ग्राफ मीन्स स्पेलिंग. सो गाइस, कुछ ऐसे वर्ड्स होते हैं जिनकी स्पेलिंग सेम होती है बट दो अलग मीनिंग होते हैं. तो रेस्ट का एक मीनिंग है आराम और दूसरा मीनिंग है टू स्टे. ओके, तो यहाँ पर आप दोनों भी मीनिंग यहाँ ले सकते हैं, बट यहाँ पे जो पहला मीनिंग है, ओके, इज दैट वन ट्रेजर, वन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रेजर was resting lying in the bottom. वो नीचे पड़ा हुआ था ग्लास के बॉटम में. Okay, that's what we can understand of this particular stanza. Do not worry, I will give you a stanza by stanza summary in the end. As of now, we will move on to the next stanza. All right. For if I should, said he, bestow this jewel also on my creature. So he is now thinking that what if I bestow? What do you mean by the word bestow? Please take the meaning. Give as a gift. Give as a gift. What if I give this last jewel as a gift to my creature? Okay, I am very sure you people know the meaning of the word jewel. It is something which is precious, something which is valuable. And here, as per this context, it means contentment or rest. So, guys, I really request you to write all these meanings that you see on the screen. Okay, Vese, it means a precious, valuable thing. But here, as per the poem, it is contentment, satisfaction, rest. Okay, so now God is thinking to himself that what if I gifted this one jewel that is rest also on my creature? He would adore my gifts instead of me. He would adore, matlab, he would love my gifts instead of me. वो मेरे गिफ्ट्स से प्यार करेगा, मुझसे प्यार नहीं करेगा. क्योंकि गाइस ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी ऐसा है कि हमें कोई इंसान जो देता है, जो चीज वो दे रहा है वो हमें पसंद और वो याद हमेशा रहती है, पर जिसने दी है वो इंसान को हम भूल जाते हैं. सो गॉड न्यू दिस थिंग एंड दैट्स व्हाई ही सेड, if I give the most important jewel and blessing, that is rest to my creature, he would love my gift, but not me. And rest in nature, not the God of nature. So both shall losers be. And he says, and this man will rest in nature and not the God of nature. That is not in me. And both shall losers be. Guys, this is one of the most important stanzas of this entire poem. Now I will tell you what does this stanza mean. Guys, I'm very sure you must have heard this, whenever a person dies, people say, may your soul rest in peace. A lot of communities in India, like the Hindus, also say Om Shanti, यानी कि उनकी आत्मा को शांति मिले. अगर आप दोनों में भी देखें, शांति और रेस्ट means one and the same, that is peace. अगर भगवान आज तुमको मालूम है guys, why do we wish to die? I am sure a young person doesn't wish to die, but as we grow old, as we turn 70, 80, as we start getting diseases in the body, as we become bedridden, जैसे हम थक जाते हैं, हम भगवान को बोलते हैं, उठा ले रे बाबा, उठा ले, अब नहीं जीना. Why? Because you're tired. हम थक जाते हैं यहाँ पर, क्योंकि guys अगर आप देखो, this concept of heaven and hell, nobody knows. हमने बस खाली रिलीजियस बुक्स में पढ़ा है, बट क्या आप सच में जानते हो क्या है? नहीं मालूम. सो अगर आप देखो तो हम यहाँ पर जहाँ धरती पे रह रहे हैं, we become tired, don't we? That is why we rest at night, right? अब तुम बोलोगे सर रेस्ट तो हम करते हैं ना, रात को सोते हैं ना. पापा, दैट इज टेम्पररी रेस्ट. वो टेम्पररी रेस्ट है. रात को आप सोते हो, सुबह उठ के आप फिर काम करते हो, फिर आप मेंटली टायर्ड होते हो, टेंशन होते हैं, बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स होती है लाइफ में, फिजिकली भी आप टायर्ड हो जाते हो, फिर से आप सो जाइए. तो टेम्पररी है. बट अगर आपको स्पिरिचुअली, अगर मैं बोलूँ स्पिरिचुअली, अगर आपको पीस चाहिए, देन यू हैव टू बिकम वन विद गॉड. दैट इज व्हाट स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज. इट इज कनेक्शन ऑफ योर सोल विद गॉड, राइट? सो अगर भगवान ने हमको एटर्नल रेस्ट दिया होता, रेस्ट फॉर एवर वाला रेस्ट दे दिया होता, तो क्या हम कभी भी भगवान के पास जाना चाहते? क्या हम कभी भी अर्थ को छोड़ना चाहते? नहीं. आज हम अर्थ को छोड़ना चाहेंगे once we turn old, जब हमारी बॉडी और दिमाग थक जाएगा, तब हम चाहेंगे कि बस हो गया, मुझे जाना है, मुझे अब यहाँ नहीं रहना है. सो अगर भगवान ने हमको रेस्ट, यानी कि समझ लो आप इमॉर्टैलिटी दे दी होती कि आप कभी नहीं मरेंगे, आप हमेशा रिलैक्स रहेंगे, तो हम धरती पे ही रह जाते. वी वुड हैव रेस्टेड इन नेचर, वी वुड हैव स्टेड इन नेचर, बट नॉट इन द गॉड ऑफ नेचर. हम भगवान के पास जाना कभी चाहते ही नहीं. एंड दैट इज व्हाई बोथ शुड बी लूजर्स बी. गॉड डजंट से कि अगर तू मेरे पास नहीं आया इंसान तो सिर्फ तेरा नुकसान होगा. भगवान बोल रहे हैं मेरा भी तो नुकसान होगा, बिकॉज बोथ ऑफ देम शुड बी लूजर्स. Why? This line reminds me of a very beautiful scene from the movie Oh My God. I'm sure many of you must have seen it, Paresh Rawal, Akshay Kumar, where Akshay Kumar plays the role of God. I remember the last scene where Paresh Rawal is in the hospital in the ICU. He's got paralyzed, and and Akshay Kumar goes there and tells Paresh Rawal, you know what, Kanti Lal, I think that was his name. I am God. To which Paresh Rawal says, कुछ भी भगवान थोड़ी ऐसे कपड़े पहनते हैं. Akshay Kumar says, "Arey Baba, you humans have decided the way I look. So okay, I will come in. I will, change my appearance to the way you've seen me in television, like Mahabharat, television serials like Mahabharat or Ramayana." And he comes there, and then Paresh Rawal tells him that I am a Nastik. नास्तिक एज एन एथिस्ट, एक ऐसा इंसान जो भगवान में बिलीव नहीं करता. मैं तो एक नास्तिक हूँ. तुम्हारे घर पे, तुम्हारे दरवाजे पे इतने सारे तुम्हारे भक्त इतने सालों से हाथ जोड़े बोलते हैं, भगवान एक बार दर्शन दे दो. तुम कभी भी उनके सामने नहीं जाते, मेरे जैसे नास्तिक के सामने क्यों आए? टू विच अक्षय कुमार, who plays the role of God, tells him कि एक नास्तिक जो होता है ना, वो ही सबसे बड़ा आस्तिक बन सकता है. एक नास्तिक वो नहीं है जो भगवान में बिलीफ नहीं रखता है. एक नास्तिक वो है जो सवाल करता है, जो क्वेश्चन करता है, यार ऐसा क्यों है, ऐसा क्यों नहीं है. और जो नास्तिक होता है ना, वही एक आस्तिक बन के एक सच्चा भक्त बन सकता है. और याद रखना, ही टेल्स परेशान, याद रखना, जिस तरह एक भक्त को भगवान की जरूरत होती है, उस तरह एक भगवान को भी भक्त की उतनी ही जरूरत होती है. तो अगर भक्त हैं लेकिन भगवान नहीं, तो कोई वैल्यू नहीं है भक्तों की. और अगर भगवान है लेकिन भक्त नहीं, तो भगवान की कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. Right? So that is what this stanza means, that it's not just humans who will be losers. God will also lose a devotee. Yet let him keep the rest, but keep them with repining restlessness. तो वो बोल रहे हैं, तो गॉड ने बोला मैं रेस्ट अपने पास ही रखूंगा, और वो रहेगा पुली, रेस्ट रहेगी पुली. And let the humans be with repining restlessness. The meaning is continuous anxiety or worry due to dissatisfaction. Okay, वो बोल रहे हैं let humans be with restlessness. खाली उसको रेस्ट नहीं दूंगा, बाकी सब दे दूंगा. रेस्ट मैं अपने पास रखूंगा. Okay, let him be rich. रहने दो उसको रिच बनने दो. Let him enjoy his life down there on the earth, and let him be very, very as in tired. उसको थकने भी दो. Why? That at last, if goodness lead him not, yet weariness will toss him to my breast. इसका मतलब है कि भगवान के पास जाने के और भगवान से मिलने के दो तरीके हैं. एक, हम बोलते हैं ना, अगर अच्छा काम करेंगे तो हेवन जाएंगे. तो एक ये तरीका है कि यार मैं अच्छे काम करूं और मैं भगवान के पास चले जाऊं. लेकिन हम में से कुछ लोग होते हैं, सोचते हैं कि नहीं, हम अच्छे काम नहीं करेंगे तो हम धरती पे रहेंगे. क्योंकि हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, कहावत है ऐसी कि यार भगवान अच्छे लोग को ही बुला लेता है अपने पास. सो इवन इफ गुडनेस डजंट लीड हिम टू मी, डजंट गेट हिम टू मी, weariness, that is tiredness, will, वो ना भी चाहे तो भी थकेगा, तो उसको मेरे पास आना ही पड़ेगा. उसको मेरे पास आना ही पड़ेगा अगर वो थकेगा तो. एंड his tiredness will toss, that is will bring him to my breast as in to my chest, and I will hug him. जो हमने समरी में पढ़ा था, जैसे एक बच्चा रहता है जो बहुत रोता है, रेस्टलेस है, पर जैसे ही माँ या पिताजी उसको अपने छाती से लगा लेते हैं, put him to their chest and their breast, the child feels better, the child feels secured. Right? So that is what this poem tells us. Okay. So guys, I want you to take the homework right now, and then I will tell you, then I will solve all your doubts. Okay, as of now, I want you to write to solve some activities. So guys, I want you to do activity number 1. Activity number 2. Activity number 2. activity number 5A and activity number 6. So activity number 1, activity number 2, activity number 5A, and activity number 6. This is going to be your homework, and I will put my screen off. I will put the message settings on, and you can ask me your doubts.